Hi, I'm Jan Brown-Checco, and this is one of my studios. I'm in Clifton, and I'm very fortunate to have studio space in my home. This is the studio that is in the lower level, and because the floor is moppable, this is where I can do clay work and anything else that is messy, sometimes some glass cutting. And also this is where I have sort of my unfinished experimental things that sometimes when I don't feel like doing the serious stuff that somebody else wants me to do, I will come down here, turn on WGUC generally, and just kind of snoop around and let something tell me what needs to be done today. So it is spontaneous creativity in this space. Now, as you can see, a lot of books, and that is more inspiration. But seriously, these days, and probably it's the case with many people, as soon as I have to know more about something, I go online. I Google it. I try to pull down as many visuals as I can. And a good example of that was the series, the jar series that I have started on. This jar right here was the first one that I did, and so I did a composite of lots of plants that I'm familiar with in my garden. My summer studio is outside, and frankly from April until September I am out there gardening, either in the vegetable garden or in the flower garden, and so I like getting to know my plants well. And so then when it gets cold outside, I get to bring all of that love inside and turn it into pieces like this. This is a low relief carving, and this one is on a summer theme. And recently, because I felt that I needed to push it farther and larger, I designed a lid that is an autumn theme. This is slow drying right now. I always let my ceramics dry very, very slowly. So this is more of a high relief lid for a jar. This is the kind of drawing that I do to make my plan for that. And this is the jar in progress, which intentionally I have estimated the surface carving will probably take me to the end of March, which is great because then I get back out in the garden. I used to do a lot of figurative, and actually I'll be having a show next September, a group show next September, that is going to revive a lot of my figurative drawings. It is flat files and works that have been accomplished that lead into other works. This one right here, which is Flora, which is also very high relief, really pretty much put me on the path to do the jars. So there's always something that is moving to the next series. So this is my second floor studio. It is where quiet things happen. It's where I draw, it's where I sew, and it's where I paint as well. This is an example of a piece that has been recently finished, and for me, it's been a meditation on getting back to the garden. In fact, it's called We Have to Find Our Way Back to the Garden. And it is sort of a garden goddess, and it is first of all, a painting. It is a watercolor painting on panel, wooden panel, but the background behind the glass is all collage of the kind of plants that are in our gardens here in Cincinnati. So here's a drawing table, and one of the things that is happening here right now is working on a project that will be installed someplace down on the riverfront near Serpentine Wall in Yateman's Cove. And so you can see it right here. There's this bench. And the bench is a feature of a walk and bike trail that's going all the way around the city of Cincinnati called the Crown. I like to do things with fiber in the cold months, and so generally it can be as simple as just some knitting while I'm relaxing at the end of the day. That large coat I made last year, but then also my sewing machine is over here. Lots of bins of fabric are down in the lower studio, and one of the things that I really enjoyed doing 2 years ago, these are fun, and come over and see these. These are soft sculptures, and they were done on the occasion of my husband's retirement. And he has met a whole cast of characters in the city during the time that he has worked for the city. And so to sort of like personify some of the energies that he had to work with and manage, I did this series of characters. And they were all from his socks. He was known for his decorative socks and his bow ties while he was working for the city. This is all part of the kind of soft fiber work that I enjoy doing, and it's always playful.